Live, baby.
There you are. I was waiting for it. Last week kind of teed you up, and then T didn't want to take the bait.
We need T there for the intros. You got to keep it hype. I don't like this suspense version.
I know. I was kind of
Are we
leaving a little
live?
cliffhanger for
I don't
you.
know. I feel like I feel like we're Ron Burgundy over here. We are live.
Is that a rhetorical question? No, we are live, baby. Though I love Rez. Every time we go into chat, he drops that little TJ gif where he's like TJ's little like head just shaking over there. But no, shout out to everybody over in chat. This is F35 Live, our weekly live stream. We're here every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern to at least 11 p.m. Eastern to go over your favorite CNFT projects. Tom, I see you shaking your head over there. I know. Well, last week, was it the week before that where we did like 11:30 with Ken? Over there, we went straight DGen mode, almost Freedom After Dark. So
we even said it like 3 times. We're like, oh, it's like 11:05. We should probably wrap it up soon. Oh, it's like 11:20. We should probably wrap it up soon.
Like, dude, we shut down the stream. Yeah. But no, shout out to everybody over in chat tonight. See a bunch of the OGs in there. See Ken from last week. A bunch of that caricature. That's a word that I cannot say comfortably at all. I got to think about it for sure.
I let you attempt it every time.
Yep. Yeah, shout out to him, man. And also shout out to everybody over in chat tonight. We got an awesome stream lined up for you. Highly requested project from a bunch of different people. I had so many DMs for people like, yo, you need to get these guys on. Do you want me to do an introduction? And funny enough, I actually got a chance to speak with him maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. We ended up chatting it up, and then things have changed a little bit on their schedule too as far as the minting stuff goes. So I'm glad we caught them when we did, because they have about 100 NFTs out right now that are doing amazing. As far as the secondary goes. So excited to get a chance to learn about this. And this kind of ties deep a little bit over to me, because it's involves real estate. And I used to have my real estate license down here, state of Florida, for a few years. Used to sell some houses back in the day right out of there. So it hits a little close to home. No pun intended for me. You like that? Like that setup? Come on. But no, guys, let's go ahead and let's stop me talking over here. Let's bring in the founder of the project, guys. Welcome on Eddie from Platypus Cyberpunks. How's it going, man?
Hey, thank you for having me.
Dude, love that background, by the way. Totally thought that was real when we first got you back stream. But
I think it was dope. I like that a lot.
Yeah, dude. I heard you built that thing, right? You're going to be actually getting the live version of that, huh?
Yeah. This is the mock-up that they sent me. Nice. So this will be the exact version that I got. So I already have it commissioned. They're just in the middle of making it right now.
Is it going to be that big too?
Yeah. Bigger go home, man. I'm already home. So
no, that's dope.
Is the couch included with that, with the nice lamp in the back? Oh, and
I have a way better couch.
Okay. No, man, welcome on to the stream tonight. It's an honor to have you on, and shout out to you for finally getting a chance to connect with us. And I know you guys have been busy building, and it's been a big thing for our community too. A lot of people have been asking. I've seen you guys make the rounds. I've seen some puzzles and stuff over in the Discord starting to pop up. So glad to have you on tonight. And for all our guests and everybody who's jumping in for the first time, maybe seeing you, can you give us a little quick background of who you are and what the Platypus Cyberpunks are?
Yeah, so I'm Eddie. I'm doxed everywhere. With Ted, with Big. I shared my LinkedIn. The only thing I haven't shared was my longitude and latitude at this point, and personal phone number.
Blood type.
Actually, some people do have my personal phone number. Yeah, we'll keep the blood type to me. It's very rare blood. I need it. But no, I've been in the space for a bit. I chose the wrong platform earlier on. I kind of built my face and my brand over in Instagram. And then I started coming back to crypto Twitter, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm a nobody here. Nobody knows who I am. So I'm building the name back up. But I've been in the Cardano NFT space since I was learning about Space Buds right after they minted. I got into the stake pools and learning the technology, because I'm an engineer not by trade, by career choice. Mm-hmm. So I work with scaling systems. I got into Cardano because I heard it was the most scalable blockchain, and I wanted to understand it. So I kind of dove into that. Then people started getting into NFTs and a lot of hype, and I got mixed into it. I think one of my first projects was Cardano Bits that I actually minted. Okay. So I've been here around since then.
Nice. So did you go through the was it the Google Docs days or whatever it was? The work?
Yeah, it was Google Docs and the DMs and the waiting for data lists and the friends you make while waiting for data lists to warm up.
Oh my!
The auction houses, all that stuff. That's where I started. Don't
get me started on the data list, man. That just brings back bad memories. And with all the ordinal stuff going around lately, that just gives me nightmares of those days. So, no, that's really good. So you've been in the ecosystem for quite a while. What point in time did you realize, hey, I wanted to do something over on this blockchain?
I think it was a year in, because I've been here for quite a bit, and it was around, I think, 2021 when I started really looking into it in the summer. And then it's about right toward the end, I was like, okay, I need to do something, because I'm talking to these projects, and I have, in my personal life, I've definitely gone through a lot of financial education. So I've taught myself, just the basics, budgeting, what investing looks like, but then getting into complex things like insurances, property, and what is a legal agreement between partnerships and LLCs and all that stuff looks like. So with that knowledge, I'm going to these projects like earlier on, not fudding, they no longer exist, but like Lion Legends, I was with them and I was talking to them like, guys, like, what are you doing with this token? What is this made for? And they told me, like, oh yeah, well, we're trying to copy like this project, and they've done a lot of stuff there. And I'm like, okay, well, the token has to have some value. Like, you're just sending us a token for nothing. Like, what does it do? What are we going to do with it? There was a lot of like consulting I tried to give other projects, like, okay, if we can make the economy look like this, cash flow in, cash flow out. And then it got to the point where I got frustrated. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do it myself. I'll figure it out, and I'll show people what it looks like and what like a cash flow economy actually looks like when you put money in and money comes out, and it comes from a source that's not hype or trying to like milk your community or something.
I think that was such like a foreign concept early on in like the NFT community, right? Like giving like an actual real world utility, or having an outside like income source, or a source of revenue outside of the NFT itself. I feel like now, obviously, we've evolved, and people have had to come up with actual use cases because they can get beyond the hype. They can get beyond just you pumping out another mint or a mutation or whatever it may be. So yeah, it's such an interesting concept that you wanted to do that so early on, because I know the platform we're going to talk about tonight, you have been building that for quite a while. It's not just something that was overnight. And real quick, shout out to Jub from Happy Hoppers over here. He said, I don't know why, but I expected Eddie to come on wearing sunglasses over there.
Real quick though, so I do want to address this. We have a new TJ in the chat, and he says, wait, who the F I don't know who the F, well, you took my shit off. Wait, who the F does this guy think he is? I'm TJ. So that's why there was a name change. I'm the real TJ over here.
Okay. There's so many TJs out in the world over there. I've never seen so many of them over here. Usually we got a bunch of Toms over here. So Eddie, thank God your name's not it doesn't start with a T over here.
My name's actually Teddy. This is just an abbreviation.
We dropped the T for tonight, right?
Just for Jub. There you go.
There it is.
Love it.
Oh, perfect, dude. Jub, there you go. Screenshot that right there. You expectations are met. No, Teddy, I love that cue. So yeah, no, anyway, so back to the what you guys, so you're building a project. You were like, okay, I can do it myself. I want to go ahead and where did I guess we're going to talk about it, the real estate portion of this, or was it always just, hold on, Tom, you got to throw me off with that. Every 909, why 909 is your alarm go off? And why is it Navi?
It's supposed to be, it gets your attention. It works.
Eddie, I don't know if you've ever seen the stream, but there was one of them where his alarm was the first time we ever heard it, and it was like Navi from The Legend of Zelda, and it threw everybody off. So now it's just part of it. I did see that
one of the other videos.
Oh man, but no. So we talked. Real estate was a part of this project, but when you first were conceptualizing this, were you wanting to go the real estate route, or was this something that you were like, yeah, I'm going to do a project. We're going to do these platypus cyberpunks, and we're going to find something to use to bring real world like actual value to it.
In the initial stages, I didn't even want to do NFTs. The concept was more of like, okay, well, I see the market, I see what people are looking for and what they need. Around that time is when CNFT.io came out. So I wanted to make an NFT marketplace. I was like, yeah, I can build this. And I did. I have the code. I might open source it because it still has some cool features that people might actually enjoy. But the concept was, okay, well, I'll build a system where you generate your mint, you generate your metadata, all of it's automatic, very easy, click and drag, user, easy to use user interface. And I built a really nice working system. The thing is then JPEG Store came out with all this money and this giant team, and they scaled out very aggressively and owned the market. And I'm looking at that like, I'm a one-man army right now. There's no way I'm going to get any traction with what they've got going.
Yeah.
So I pivoted. I kept some of the code because it's got metadata, it's got the stacking component, it's got a lot of the easy to use, manageable solutions in it. So I took that and I said, okay, like can we make this better? How can I pivot and still use some existing solutions? And in my personal life, I've just already been in real estate. I'm already talking to multiple locations. I'm already working with some friends who buy and sell property, they flip, or they rent it out, and then I get like a little royalty because I invested with them. So I was like, well, why don't I just do that? People don't know how to get access to money. That's usually the biggest concern with people trying to buy real estate. You probably have that experience with first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got 10 grand. It's like, that's not going to get you the price that you need every month.
Right.
Can we get more money? And then you got to walk them through, like, I got a loan guy, and then I got a person over here that you could talk to. We can get a loan to get another loan, and the whole system. So there's a lot of people who are in the space right now, especially now with interest rates going back up again, even further than last time. We have money that's not cheap. We have properties that just people do not want to capitulate and start to bring it down. It's just going to be very attractive of a solution where you can come and get private equity, or you can get private capital. Sorry, not equity. We're not selling anybody's houses, but get private capital and just connecting individuals to those who have opportunities, and then vice versa. Peer to peer.
Nice. So the real estate thing was something that you've already been doing. How long have you been a real estate agent, or have you been, or not real estate agent? I know we talked about that, but in the real estate market, I guess, have you been something that you've always been interested in, or was this something that was just like, yeah, I see a need here?
It's so I did really well with a startup. I was a startup chaser for a little while in my early days. So I did really well with the most recent startup that I was part of an IPO. I just recently left the company to go full-time with platypuses.
Okay.
So full steam ahead. There's no looking back. Success is the only option. So I do have quite a bit of money and a lot of advice from my financial advisor that I use personally, not for the project or business, just for myself. He's like, yeah, you got to protect some of this money. You got a good deal of it now. So best way to protect it, even if the prices go up or down, I can always take out appreciation. I can always take a credit or a lien against it, right? There's ways to make money off of real estate. And he's like, yeah, buy a couple properties. Don't make it any more than about 25, 30% of any of your entire portfolio. And you should be able to protect a good chunk of it. So I was getting into it for that reason. And then I saw, then I got, when you get into real estate and then everybody else comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they come out the cut like, oh yeah, I'm in real estate too. I make this much. I got 100 doors. I got this. And then you see the dream. And I'm like, okay, maybe I got the real estate bug where I'm like, yeah, I could buy 100 places. Let's do it. And then you get into it and you're like, okay, wait, the market is way too hot. I'm not supposed to be buying right now.
Right.
I'm not going to give you a $10,000 gift just so you can look at my application. So I pumped the brakes and held off because I was like, this isn't going to last, just like every other time in history. And then the data started coming out. I started paying for more data. And what we found is things are looking a lot like 2008 through 2010 again. It's not going to be everywhere, but it is going to be in some of the places where a lot of migration was happening. Okay. So I was like, okay, I've been looking into real estate for, the last 3 years. Before that, I was looking into it just from like getting my knowledge. I'm very much on the education front where I don't want to go into something that I don't understand or know. I want to get consistent with just like the terminology, the things that are available to me. What options do I have? What options can I afford? And what do I personally need to have to be able to qualify for some of that stuff? So I would say 4 years, 1 year of knowledge gathering, teaching myself, and then 3 years of playing with money and trying to give somebody a strong arm deal that they have to accept. And then when those people that taught me or online, people start giving you little fun facts. Then I started going back into subject to seller financing, all that stuff. And I'm like, oh wait, there's more. So I'm learning and I really want to get into it. So about like 3-ish years now, looking into it and practicing it all out.
Nice. Well, it sounds like, like I said, you've got quite an extensive background. You've got a lot of different resources, and you had a good vision from the start, since you got into this ecosystem. So, I guess let's pull a little bit of visual over here because I got a big question over here, and I'm sure you've answered it on streams before. But why platypuses and why the name Cyberpunks? What is the relation between the two?
So, a lot of it, honestly, it's just like Rooster Teeth. It's a euphemism for like cockbite or something. So the idea is what could be weird and what could be futuristic. So Cyberpunks is everything associated to crypto. It's supposed to be the future. It's supposed to be futuristic. It's supposed to be that flashy new stuff everyone's really excited about. And then platypuses are just weird. They're creatures who like our spaces, you know, no nipple lactation, which I saw on a previous live. You were like, what is that? It's supposed to catch your eye, you know?
Definitely does.
I remember scrolling through it. I was like, no nipple lactation. I think we did like an acronym for it too. I had no idea what that meant at all, but yeah, it's definitely something that catches you off guard. I did like the little FAQ portion of the website too, is like why platypuses. It said they're the cutest and most poisonous mammal on Earth, which I didn't know. So
Yes.
that is super weird. But no, I respect.
Did you build your website out? Do you do all the tech stuff?
The tech stuff, I contracted somebody. There's just so much that a founder has to put on their hat.
Sure.
A lot of that. So the best part about all this is that my fiance is an artist, as well as she runs her own business, dicondesign.com, and she does UI UX all day. So a lot of this came from her. So her art, she's right there. Yeah. It's just showing for her a little bit while she's sleeping.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, she did a lot of the art. You know, God bless her, because we had a moment where the original artist, somebody that I worked with, she was on the design team at the company I was that I've just left. She had to go deal with some stuff with family that was in Ukraine during when the war was starting off. So I was like, yeah, you know, go do that. Take care of family. But don't worry about this project. So she stepped in and said, I could work you in between things. And I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
But she did a killer job. Like all the design work, all the customization, all the art, all her and the team that she has.
Oh, that's awesome, man. The artwork is super, like you said, there's so many different animals that are out there already that I feel are sometimes recycled. I don't think this is the first platypus project that I've seen as far as the PFP goes. And it's like how do you make a platypus like interesting and cool? Throw some crazy traits on it. But I definitely am feeling some of these over here. I love the little slick back hair and some of the robotic eyes. You got some great the Venom token. I love, for some reason, I don't know why I love the hats. Like maybe that's just because we always rock the hats on these things. But I do love that. It kind of reminds me like
the brain one. Makes you think of Mars Attack.
Oh, there you go. You get the little pizza. There's some crazy traits in here, but I respect it over here. I love the hazmat suit too.
What I like was the hats was I don't know if you've ever seen. It's like the 5-panel hats almost. Like they used to wear like in the early 90s.
Like trucker hats?
Yeah.
Not exactly like truckers. Like if you ever seen a White Man Can't Jump, Wesley Snipes rocks them a lot.
Oh yeah.
Style.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Will
yeah.
Smith used to wear in. He used to wear a lot of them in Fresh Prince.
Yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you. Oh, you have the hat over here.
I have like
too.
the joke one. Mine's like a
Yeah.
costume one though, but like the real ones are nice and they're like kind of like short like that. I like those a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tron one's I like the Tron one quite a bit too.
So is your fiance now the official like artist of the project now? That has created these ones, or was the previous artist that created this artwork?
We had to change the art 100%.
Okay.
Because the style I've learned, and mostly through personal conversations as a couple.
Yeah.
You can't copy somebody's art one for one. It's just the vision's not there, the style's
Right.
not there. So we decided to just change the art 100%.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I've destroyed every evidence that I could of it.
Yeah. Well, no, just I guess to kind of dial it back, since it's already been 20 minutes, man. This stream already flying by. But I wanted to get into this because I know there is a little bit of a difference here from what the website is reading. So there's a collection of these, and you guys officially, I guess, we can dial it real quick back. There was a mint already that happened. There's 100 of these authorization cards for the Paddle Gang. Which, can you quick explain what the Paddle Gang was? Was that like the early adopter, active community members for you guys?
Yeah, so it was the most active in the community, but also those who went above and beyond. So you could get the Paddle Gang role earlier on. You just got to show us evidence of doing something great, something viral, talking us up. You know, I always watch and find the people in the community out on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then just seeing people who just really put the project together, those who really understood it and tried to share the vision. I got you, Paddle Gang. And it was really a total of 100.
Yeah.
It was no more. Every once in a while, I actually wrote a bot to purge people regularly. Those who just disappeared, where their last message was like months ago, where they just haven't logged in. Like there's a lot of filters and qualifications. Even like the sentiment of the message itself. If it was just a bunch of highs and you never had any conversations with the group, like, okay, cool, you were gone.
Yeah.
And I was very, very aggressive about it. But no, we ended up with a great 100 group. And the whole idea behind Paddle Gang was to be able to have a group of people that you can always come back to. If you want to start a business, if you have some ideas about, some sort of industry, if you need helps with your taxes or accounting, the group was made up of a lot of people with different backgrounds. Okay. So you got developers in there, you got artists in there, you got accountants, you got other influencers from the space. So there's a great group of people, and then obviously you got some paper hands who no longer are paddle gang. But when you sell that, you do get the role, and you do get access to the alpha. You get access to the secret channels, as well as the perks that come with it. Because I want every NFT to have utility. Yeah. So this NFT also comes with a 1.2 multiplier when you're staking. Staking will be live on the same day as the main mint, so you'll be able to go immediately into value. You don't have to wait. You don't have to hold. And that gives you those abilities. And we do voting towards the project itself. So there's some things I do bring up about design, or I bring up based on like direction that the community gets to vote on.
Right.
So dialing it back a little bit, what is the so people who don't know, what is the basics of the project? What is the utility of holding or minting these Platypus Cyberpunks? I know you talk about your background in real estate and stuff. For people who don't know, like, what is the utility of holding these Cyberpunks?
Yeah, so the utility of holding these Cyberpunks is to be a part of the full staking component. I know everyone's getting tired of hearing staking and rewards and tokens, but we didn't build it to just be a token that had no power or value. That has utility as well. So the stake pool is actually, and this is really the only way that you can treat it where Gary Gensler won't find you, and he won't try to shut you down, is you sell memberships. So all of these are associated to a membership to this stake pool. You have an NFT, you can stack them, you can have multiple, and you're able to stake to this staking pool. It'll be the Whimsy pool. And this pool will specifically be collecting 50% of all royalties between Paddle Gang cards, as well as the platypuses, and also a 3% net profit from the actual Whimsy platform. But it's because we're just putting the money into a stake pool. We're not giving it out to anybody individually. And as the blockchain is minting blocks, we're increasing the compounding. We're putting the money right back into the stake pool, and then a percentage of that is going out to the liquidity pool, and you're all getting paid in Venom tokens. And then over time, with compounding, Venom token will be more valuable as we mint more blocks.
Okay. Got it. So with that being said, you just dived into a lot of different things, and I know there's a very
the value is all attached.
There's layers to this, right? Like, and I know when we had spoke of a while back, I was like, how can you get away with paying out actual like rewards to people who are investing in these NFTs? Because we know how a lot of people look at that scary security word right now, especially with regulation and everything being so up in the air. Especially in the United States. And then real quick, is the company for you guys, is it based out of the United States? That's a good question to ask.
So, well,
is it incorporated? I guess a lot of people incorporate outside. I know just because of this issue. I don't know. Is that something you guys are trying to do or are doing right now?
So, all right, cool. So I think I have released some of this information via Twitter Spaces, so this is fine. It's recorded somewhere, so somebody can backtrack it. I'm just trying to be careful with what I say, because my lawyer will be very mad at me.
Understandable.
So there is going to be direction from us to go global.
Okay.
And that requires us to have multiple registrations. So part of our business in the U.S., yes, will be registered in the U.S. It's already registered in the U.S. Right. I have registered through Delaware. We have holding companies. We have structured for real estate as well as for the business as a whole.
Okay.
So that is already existent. We are looking into what global looks like and what positioning ourselves in that way is going to be as well.
Okay. That makes
a lot of sense. I mean, right? Because I mean, you'd probably know more about that too, Tommy, but I'm sure when it starts coming to like actually purchasing real estate or property, and you come in as an international entity or business, it becomes so much more complicated as far as paperwork and everything like that. Because there just becomes a lot of like different rules as far as like who can own what when you're international.
Mm-hmm. The issue with that is also international can still buy. America is still for sale. The way that I see it, it becomes much more of a red flag where different organizations will try to find you and flag you as a risk, and then try to see what you're up to if you're more U.S. based. So you have to treat the U.S. as its own world, and then the rest of the world is its own playground.
Right.
When you go out to build these businesses.
Yeah, that obviously getting into like the regulation, that's a huge topic right now with a lot of different, especially with the government issue. I think there was something from Illinois or something today that like I know Charles was commenting and over on Twitter on how they're they're coming after crypto right now, and the FTX thing obviously didn't help, but it's not going to be an easy battle, especially over in the United States. So Anything you can do to protect yourself right now, especially with any of these things, because the technology is so new and it's uncharted territory. Obviously, it's always good that you guys are consulting like legal advice with people, because a lot of projects, especially ones that aren't as serious or may not be taking it as seriously, can potentially run into some big red flags or bring their holders into some red flags that they had no idea about. So good to hear that. I guess again, we're dialing into this because there is so many layers. So we've heard the word real estate. We didn't get into exactly how that incorporates into the project, but we know that there's these Platypus Cyberpunk NFTs that are going to bring you perks, as well as the authorization cards that bring you perks to the project as well. But what exactly, because I guess the majority of this is going to be revolving around the stake pools and this Venom token. There's some shard NFT. There's a lot of different things going on. So what would be like the like bird's eye view of the project of like how potentially you can take advantage of these NFTs to earn this token, to take advantage of the actual passive income rewards?
Yeah, so the passive income rewards, to really take advantage of it as an investor looking into the project from the NFT side, you're looking to buy this NFTs to gain access to rewards that are minted, that are 100% fueled by rental income.
Okay.
So the agreement that we have with between Whimsy and the individuals, mostly because we're facilitating the opportunities, this is where Whimsy will step in and work with the individual to do a minting. So we're essentially like a minting solution, but a minting solution that has a structure built so that when they take money, it's really going to be done as a loan. Things are going to be held in escrow. Things are not going to be just, here's your money, hope that you use the platform. There's going to be a lot of contractual agreements. There'll be a lot of auditing and background checks on those who do list property onto the platform. And then from that component, let's say they do mint out, they sell out that property. The individual would be able to take that cash to a bank or to the next opportunity and then have it released. Now for the piece of like, how does the money come back? That is done through the structure of a loan. So now you as the individual are taking a small personal loan or private money in that sense. You're using it for your opportunity, but then we would contractually obligate you to use our rental platform. So we would actually manage the rent that's coming in. We take that percentage out, give you the remainder of what you are owed based on the rent. And then we would have that go into the loan, into the system, and then circulate back. Everything will be handled as a portfolio. Every individual will have a portfolio. So if you're buying another property, it just gets added to the same one under your account. And then every portfolio has a stake pool. And that's how that all kind of correlates together from that perspective.
When you say handling the properties in a sense, are you guys going to essentially be like property managers, taking in the rent, making sure people pay their rent on time, or just making sure?
Well, no, we're just the app. So if you're familiar with like apartments.com has their own app that does that. They're just the facilitator of where the app that gets you the platform, your tenants to be able to pay somewhere. Appfolio is another one that's really good. So a very similar construct to that.
Got it.
Okay. So you guys are essentially, from your point of view, you guys will be acquiring properties that you will be getting tenants for, right? Because a lot of this is all through rental income. It's not from selling the property at all. So when you guys have this rental income, I know there's like a whole kind of best. I guess you guys have it. They call it the NISO, or the NFT initial stake offering over here. So I guess we could get into some of that, because it's all, again, it centers around this Venom token, but also your staking platform, because you do have to stake your ADA to these different pools, and these different pools, I guess, are going to be associated with each of the individual properties. Is that how that's going to work?
Actually, no, you don't have to stake any of your ADA. That's the value behind that on the investor side. So you buy the NFT, that's your membership card. You can buy multiple, you can stack them. You stack more, you get more rewards. But the idea is that the properties themselves are what fuel the stake pool. Gotcha. And that's where the value is you can continue using your ADA, delegate somewhere else. As long as you have those NFTs, you're going to be able to receive Venom rewards. Gotcha. As long as the stake pools are minting blocks, right?
Okay. So if I was to buy, I guess, but right after you guys mint, I buy my NFT. What is my next step here in order to start taking advantage of the platform, especially being early?
When you buy the NFT with Platypus Cyberpunks, as you pulled up here, this is how to set up your staking. All of it is through multi-sign. So you just send this automated solution to get your wallet delegated to Whimsy, and then we'll be able to read your cards, and then we'll be able to start actually staking them immediately. This is non-custodial. We're not locking you in with a smart contract or anything like that, or holding anything in another wallet. it is all at will. So you're going to have to press buttons, you're going to have to sign things and actually accept that you've done it.
Okay.
And then let's say you want to de-delegate your wallet from Whimsy, that would actually unstake all your NFTs.
Okay.
You keep everything, but you would be able to have that benefit once you're staked with us.
Is the whole collection weighted equally, or is there rare ones that are worth a little bit more?
Everything's equal. I didn't want to create a potential pay-to-play like argument somewhere down the line of like, oh, somebody got this one, well, they got 100x and this one's got 2x. Everything's fair across the board. The system is built on the more you have, the more you get.
Okay. And in this sense right here, so if I was to go to this platform, if this is my ADA wallet, say I'm staking, I'm just using an example. Right now, one of my wallets is staked over to Yummy. If I was to stake my platypuses here, is that going to stake me to now the Whimsy stake pool by doing that, changing my stake? Okay. Right.
Correct.
So
changing
and I have
the delegation to Whimsy. And then for the actual staking of those NFTs to be successful, because this whole component is to build more capital for the business and to also fuel the secondary tokenomics of Venom, to every NFT does have a minimum ADA requirement in your wallet.
Right.
And this is just for the NISO.
And so is that the 100 ADA per NFT?
Per platypus, yeah.
Got it. Okay. So that's one way, is to go ahead and buy the NFT and then go to the platform. You stake to the Whimsy stake pool and delegate your, put your platypus up. And now there's a certain lifetime or a certain period that you have to stake these for in order to claim this Venom token, right?
Correct. So there's two phases of the NISO, and I wanted to reward people and also like not disregard whales, but I didn't want to calculate ADA to obviously not everyone's going to be able to have a massive amount of ADA if they're going to come in and use that as a calculation. So it's not in the algorithm until the second phase, which starts in the second half of the year. So it's essentially a full year's worth of time, half of the year, 6 months worth. What you can see there is the NISO public. The first 180 days, that's just NFTs, the ADA you've put in. And then that's how we're calculating it. And then the second half is where we can start adding in like, oh, are you still holding your Venom? Are you still holding lots of ADA? Then we can calculate a little bit more, since there are other variables that we can apply to it.
Now, so the earlier get, because this would be my next question. So if I'm buying in early and I'm staking it, in just say February or March, whenever it mints, and I need to wait until September in order to claim, what about somebody who finds the project in the summer and who only has a month or two before that first 180 days? Do they have to wait the full 180 days once they purchase the token and delegate it, or do they get to be able to claim whatever? Does it like accrue?
Kind of jump in line.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah. Does it accrue over time?
It accrues over time. So if they come in at the end, like let's say, I don't know what month it actually stops on because we haven't started it yet, but let's say it stops in August or September or whenever, they get to, let's say they started staking in August and it ends in September. Well, you got 2 months worth of accrued Venom. So you don't get to steal Venom by jumping at the end.
Got it. So you reward the early people. So obviously they're building up more the earlier they stake with you. For the Venom token. Okay. So, and what is there a penalty? Is it like 100% like lost penalty? Say I've been staking for 5 months and I not accidentally, but I unstake it. Do I absolutely have nothing then at that point? If I want,
you don't lose anything. I don't want to penalize people like that, because I've definitely myself in the past have pressed the delegate button and went through it thinking I was doing something else, and I went, wait. And I gotta wait 5 days until I can get rewards by going back to the other one. So I didn't want to hurt anybody like that. So it does accrue. We do keep it on record. The thing that you will lose is if you do take your NFTs off, the timer and the calculation stop. So you don't get anything from that point. But also if you sell your NFTs, you're also selling your rights to the 1350 Venom that is associated to every platypus.
Got it. It's kind of like, and it reminds me a little bit of like how Clay Nation approached it, where all these clays have been baking for, passively throughout the past year, but in order to take advantage of it, you need to actually physically do something. So if you were to sell the NFT before you actually claim that NFT potentially comes with accrued rewards that have not been claimed. Would that happen in the same sense if I was staking this and pulled it off after a few months and then put it on the secondary and someone bought it up? Would they be able to go, if they staked it, catch up from where the last guy left off?
No, we didn't have that built. I do like that though.
Okay. No, I'm just curious. A question over there because I know that's it was tied to the NFT, but I know that Clay Nation does something similar like that. But they passively bake where they're not having to actually be staked at that time in order to do that. But I don't not the tokenomics guy. Just throwing that out there.
Cool
No,
idea.
but
Yeah, I like that.
I do like that though, because then we don't have to worry about the wallet. So the way that we did it is based upon the wallet that you're synced up with.
Yeah.
Because you are going to be logging in with Discord, and then with Discord now logged in, you're going to sync your wallet. We're going to have both of those.
Right.
But I like that more.
Well, I mean, I don't know how
I'll talk to my dev and see if that's feasible because there's not a lot of time left. But we do have it based upon the wallet that's synced. So if you do unsync your wallet, you will lose whatever's been accrued.
Okay.
Because it'll just delete you from the system.
Gotcha.
Well, then that does kind of create like a rarity for the NFT because then all that
I was going to say
that kind of is like what Raccoon Syndicate's doing. It holds the rewards to the NFT, not the actual wallet itself. So if you sell it, you could sell it at a higher value because you held it for so long during the episodes or whatever.
Also, welcome to the full F35 experience. Tommy coming in with great ideas. Way too late to be like implemented.
Right. Let me just write these down.
Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to bring some stuff out. Shout out to the man himself. We were just chatting over there. Shout out to Timmy from Cardano.
Shout out to Timmy.
Hanging out over in the chat tonight, man. Okay, so we have the NISO over here, which is your initial stake offering for the NFTs, which is going to last for 360 days or 36 epochs. But the first time you'll be able to actually pull out from this will be roughly around 6 months, 180 days. After that, though, this is interesting because there's a second part of this that you don't necessarily need to own the Platypus NFTs for. Can you explain a little bit about that?
That's where the actual allowing ADA to be calculated into the actual staking.
Okay.
Because there is a getting into the idea of tokenomics, FOMO does hit, and there's some people who don't like the idea of buying NFTs to get something.
Right.
So giving it the opportunity to individuals who are like, well, I just want the Venom, or like MinSwap. They partnered up with some stake pools, they got that system worked out, and you just had to stake, and you'd get min after a while. That's the idea here, but also giving the people who've been there for so long an opportunity to claim a little bit more Venom as well.
Got it.
Put some more ADA into that wallet, and you'd be able to get a little bit more part of the calculation.
So the NFT holders are like the early adopters, and are a way to reward them a little bit earlier. But when it does go public after the first 180 days, you can buy in by staking to the Whimsy platform or the stake pool. Okay, and then obviously there's a minimum for staking in order to qualify for the Venom rewards. And the Venom rewards, once it goes public, will there be a 6-month period before you can claim again, or how will that work if you are on the public side in order to get your Venom?
No, that everything will be held on for you. It's accumulated in the dashboard. So you have to physically say claim and take the Venom out of the dashboard to have it in your wallet.
How often can you claim once the public side has come out? Is it going to be every 6 months? Is it going to be every 30 days? I guess how long is the duration for that?
It'll be every 30 days.
Okay.
So the system's locked for those 30 days. This is to mirror the system that we have on Whimsy for portfolio management. The portfolio of the properties and everything.
So will that be the case then for the NFTs as well once the public sale comes in? So you have to wait 6 months in order to claim your Venom token from staking with during that first. But after that, when the public goes live, will your NFTs, will you be able to claim every 30 days like the same way as the public? Or will you have to lock it up for 6 more months for the second half?
Oh yeah, no, the rewards are going to be shared out via the dashboard. So yes, you're going to have to wait until the 6 months are complete.
Okay. So there's a couple different ways on doing that. And then obviously depending on whatever multipliers you have based upon the NFTs or the paddle gang and all that, that'll give you a score, and that score is going to be what's used to calculate the amount of Venom that's being distributed to you. Okay. So that makes sense.
We're using weighted scores. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So and then I did read it. Was there 150 million total of the Venom in supply? Okay. And then roughly 15 million are going to the NISO allocation and the airdrop. So this kind of reminds me almost like the Clay Nation, like the Bake Nation, the land plots where they did that one-time airdrop for that. So essentially each one of these NFTs from the initial NFT collection is going to have $13.50 per NFT to be able to claim. Is
Yes,
that
correct?
okay? And is that's at the end of the first 180 days that they'll be able to do that?
At the end of the first 180 days, you can claim and remove them from the dashboard. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So staking with this as well, you said you earn Venom, but you also earn the property shards. Is that correct with this as well?
Yeah, I did have a question. I did have a question on the
Or
property.
is that a separate thing you have to delve into?
So the paddle gang is the way to get in as an early adopter.
Okay.
The shards that are NFTs, that is done with every listing of a property onto the platform. And that Whimsy was the platform that'll be handled separately. So it's very similar to like the concept of you can have a ghost chains, but they're building out Flipper.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So it's two different entities, but one lives off of the other.
So in order to mint, are the property shards going to be a separate NFT mint?
Per property, yes.
Per property. Okay. So
the logic of it is separate NFT mint, but it also works the same way with trying not to go super transparent on that part. I don't want people starting to do the tech, but the idea is that the NFTs are used to just count and see how many existing members are out there, and then using the blockchain to find the wallets that have that for the rewards themselves.
Okay. So when
the NFTs themselves are just your membership. So being able to have access to the rewards that come through, that NFT allows you to have access. So it's like your password.
So outside of the paddle gang, the actual NFT holders of the platypuses, they have access to possibly get these shards as well.
Correct. But anyone would. This would be the main platform. The idea is also to utilize the platform not only to stay within the crypto space and get everybody, hyped up on real estate, but also being able to get people from traditional investing into the platform. So we're going to have two different on-ramping solutions for that.
So essentially what the staking rewards that are earned by these different properties that are these different staking pools, that is how the property shards will pay out rewards based upon which pool or property you're staking to. These are related to each one of those individual ones.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. So, and you will be able to, so when a new property comes onto the Whimsy platform, there will be like an initial like NFT minting period, or how will that be like hey, on this date, we're going to be minting shards for this new property, or will it be always available for people to do?
Yeah. So that's not going to be a one-to-one. It's not me announcing, hey, Whimsy's ready to mint another property's NFTs.
Right.
You will come to, this is where it gets a little bit more do your own research. I want to make a marketplace, a platform that's its own little ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So you would come to the platform, you would actually log in either with your wallet or traditional KYC. You got to make sure people who don't understand crypto can at least still use it. Mm-hmm. And then they come into the platform and see, okay, there's lots of properties. You click on there and then you can actually see a breakdown of the property. Does it have tenants? What's its monthly income? What are the taxes in that area like? The details of rental business.
Yeah.
And then you would see that and go, okay, I like this one. It's not upside down. If they do take this much money, the margin's good enough where, okay, they're not upside down. They still have some money and they can put money into the ecosystem. I'm going to buy into this one. You'll see that there's a certain X amount based upon the loan or the money that they're looking to get out of it.
Got it.
And then you just buy until that sells out. So it's really up to the market on if that sells out or not. And if it doesn't, we have the automation of the system to give everybody their money back. There will have to be a time window before we remove it from the platform.
So there is a cap on each property, right? Because the percentage obviously would get smaller and smaller if you just diluted it with so many people trying to get in on it. Okay, I like that.
Because if you're making $2,000 a month on this property, this is just easy numbers. I'm going to try to get bigger entities.
I get you.
But if you're making $2,000 on the property, and then with taxes, costs, and everything, you got about $800 left, and then you want to take money out, and then you're essentially putting a cost that's above that 800 that you can take out of it. You've essentially gone upside down in your home. So that opportunity shouldn't be on the platform.
So can you? So the shards are NFTs, so you can actually sell these back in the marketplace. People can pick up the shard from this property and be a part of it now in that investment.
Correct.
Do you
Which
already
was
have?
Really interesting. Wait, say that again.
No. Finish that. I had another question.
Yeah. Which that idea is actually really interesting because yes, you could go to JPEG store and start selling these back and forth.
Right.
Hopefully we could come out with our own marketplace and we wouldn't have to, aka the pivot from earlier.
Right.
But the beauty of that is being able to see the progression of a property over time. So let's say they took that money and they just wanted to add an extension, which added a whole nother unit to that building or something. Or maybe the property itself on that land, they were able in like that jurisdiction be able to put a small property behind it and then rent that out. And now you have an extra door, extra income. Well, if you sold that on the secondary and you did your research that this person was just trying to get money, but you saw on the platform that that was the plan, you could purchase that and then know that it would be worth more in the future for cheap, right?
Okay.
You would be able to get more normal.
Yeah. I'm curious on this because we got a couple questions over here, but Slice Keeper was asking, can you do this with tiny homes? And then Arrow Art backed that up with, could see that I live on a boat, self-sustainable lifestyles could work really well on this platform.
So first one was tiny homes. I am actually partnering with somebody. There's a lot of NDAs, but I am partnering with somebody who's working with, I don't know if you guys are familiar with OpusDAO, but they are.
I've heard it.
They do have partnerships with some tiny home builders.
Okay.
So this is something that they're interested in as well with us. Like if you think about the logic, is hey, I bought a lot of land, I have like 40 tiny homes, and I rent them all out. Yeah, you've essentially created a trailer park with little nice, minimal lifestyle homes. So. Yeah, if all of this property and all these units at once were put in the platform as a leverage, yeah, it would work beautifully with tiny homes. I would definitely put that as a priority.
Right.
So because of the return of investment, each property, I'm assuming, also is going to have a different number of allocations you're going to be giving out to people, because you don't want to cap it just at 10 or 20, right? You want to make it sure it fits the percentage for everybody getting somewhat of an equal payout. Okay. And another text question is, do you have a property already ready to go?
No. So I wanted to go into this the right way. So the properties that I'm associated to now are locked in businesses, like partnerships. So I got an LLC with a friend, a few condos, getting some money out of that. There's the other properties were flips during the 2020, 2021 rush. So I got some money out of that. So I'm going into this without any property. And also we're relocating to, mind you, that the best advice I've ever gotten is if you can't cash flow in your location, move. So we'll be moving down to Georgia or down southeast. I'm looking at Florida and Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is where I want to be.
Okay.
But it's moving very slow in the balloon popping kind of sense. Florida's looking a lot better. Austin, Texas is looking fantastic. That probably in the next 3 months I could probably buy something and really get that price down. But we're just waiting right now to get a good entry.
Nice.
Okay. So what's the the sell, right? Like you were in the real estate market, right? What is the sell to the buyers, the incentive for them to go ahead and buy this? Because a lot of this value resides on the fact that you have the real estate property to start generating the income.
So the real sell is to see the people who are investors who understand compound interest, those who want to learn about it. It's being able to gain access to people's income that is associated to real estate without owning any real estate. So as you buy shards, you're gaining access to the rewards that could be accumulating over time. So I have to say would, right? Because it is a marketplace, it is a blockchain, it is decentralized. I don't have control over everything, and that's the way that we kept it as an asset. But the idea is to invest in the opportunity of the portfolio as a whole, so you can make a good deal of that passive income based upon the compounding and the rewards that are generated from it.
Okay. And so right now, I guess we want to tie this back because there's a couple not random things, but there's a couple of new puzzles and stuff that I have seen over on the website, because there is, you got to make stuff fun, right? We're inside the NFT space. I wanted to bring that up real quick because I do see this, and this is actually coming up here in about, is this 10 minutes or is this on the Eastern?
10 minutes.
Yeah. So you guys got this tweet out here. It says the adventure begins here at roughly 10 minutes. I've been seeing some these puzzles. I don't know, it's the ARG, like what the cyberpunk theme. Any hints to what this potentially is going, or what's about to happen?
Can't help yourself, can you, Tommy?
I gotta know.
I can't give you too many details. I have shared a little bit of alpha in the Discord because I'm not really good at keeping secrets from my community. But the idea is to have a series of trials. What I'm calling it is the Paddlegate Origins. It's lore. You get to understand a little bit of why we're talking about platypuses that you get to mint and release from their tanks. You get to see where they're hiding, where they've been, and we get to see a little bit of that. You get a little bit of that creepy feel while you're trying to solve puzzles and ciphers. It's also a scavenger hunt over the internet, so enjoy all the breadcrumbs I've left everywhere.
Any potential of what this may get you or lead you to if you end up solving this?
Yeah, so I have 3 Paddle Gang off cards that were never claimed. People who just dipped and never registered their wallet. So there's 3 of them. The current floor price, I think, was what, $17.55?
Yep, something like that. Yeah, so definitely up there.
Some big prizes.
The first three to finish get a Paddle Gang off card. Okay. And everybody who finishes gets to see when the mint is, the new supply, as well as what the price will be.
It starts at 10, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna be like live DJing here in about like 10 minutes, right? Perfect. Okay. So is this something to kind of be expected from the project over time? Like, do you guys want to continue to play into like this theme to like gamify this? Not gamify, but have some fun.
The fun is what really makes these projects worthwhile. I know I've been in different communities. There've been dance parties via virtual. There've been just DJs. There've been people who put music things together. You had DRRS. You had Mallards as well. You know, just putting really cool projects, the mystery and the fun. I want to start doing that. This will be something that we do going into the future. They do take a lot of time. I put this together in 2 weeks without sleep. So I hope you all enjoy it. I'll be watching very closely. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit more of this going into the future. I am a strong believer that once you sell out, it doesn't mean that you've won. It means that it's just begun. So we got to keep marketing, keep the brand going. Don't go into despair. I don't want to disappear into obscurity.
Okay.
Paddle Gang Cyberpunks, Platypus Cyberpunks is going to be always in the limelight in some way.
So that brings us here as we get towards the end. You did have on here that the supply was 5,555. Has that changed at all?
That has changed. So the information that you have on the website is kind of outdated in the sense of no actual information has been released just yet. Okay. So hopefully somebody finishes it soon, and then all of you can see what the new stuff is. But the idea is that we are increasing the supply. Which is going to allow us to reduce the overall price, which is going to make everybody pretty happy because it was very expensive earlier on. But the reason is because we're going to go global and we're going to hit a much larger market going into the platform, which I'm already talking to devs and smart contract developers for. So a lot of stuff's happening in the back end. A lot of people I'm talking to and making partnerships with. So there's going to be a lot of movement from the moment that we've minted out to building the platform, releasing the platform, and the locations that we'll be able to offer the platform on.
I hear you. Okay. So more than 5,555. Drop-in over here is asking the question I think all of us want to know right now. When mint? I know, do you guys still gave is Q1 in the cards? I know we're about to get, I guess once this puzzle gets solved, right? We're gonna start to find out some more information, right?
Somebody will solve it, and they'll have all the information in front of them, or they can be selfish and keep it to themselves. So when mint is there, if you want to solve all the puzzles, you can solve that today, or in the next 2 hours, depending how long it takes to figure out. But yes, I'm trying to do it within Q1.
Okay, awesome. And then next question over there, is there whitelist? And if so, outside of the, obviously I'm assuming the authorization gang is our cards are going to go ahead and get theirs, but what about the actual whitelist for the project, and how many whitelists are there currently, or has that changed? I think there was 1852 is what I saw on the website, but obviously with the increased supply that may have changed too.
Yeah, so the actual whitelist is still 1852.
Okay.
The way that we've been going about it is making sure that the whitelists are high, because what we're finding is when people go public, it gets into a weird space now. There's a lot of bots. There's a lot of people trying to really milk the system.
Right.
And I don't want to hurt individuals who really were waiting for a long time. Mm-hmm. So we did keep a high whitelist amount. I might actually increase it just to be fair to the people who've been there for a while waiting.
Nice.
But yes, so it's currently 1855. We have 1,250 individuals that are whitelisted now. Nice. Paddle Gang does have their own phase of mint, as well as one extra mint during the whitelist mint.
Okay.
And they all get to join the different phase and mint at different times, and also stake at different times and get a little head start if you're interested.
Nice. Okay. And the mint, if you are whitelisted, how many will you be? Is it 1-to-1 or is it 2-to-1? What is? How many will you be able to mint if you are on that whitelist?
Currently, what we're gonna have to change that is to 1. Okay. 1 guaranteed one, yes.
Got it. Okay. Well, perfect. Well, I know we're 5 minutes out, and we always like to play a fun little game of the nice keyword here at the end of the stream. So I know we talked about it backstage. Why don't we get some people inside the community here, especially over in chat, into this whitelist here, and get a chance to experience that, and go drop some funny, some gifts, some memes, something fun over in the chat over for their Discord. So did you put? We had a private chat on the back. Do you want to throw a keyword in there, Eddie, for us? It could be anything that you want, something silly, something fun, just a word, and we'll run that for. We'll do 5 of these whitelists over here.
All right. Let's see. What is something funny? Well, no, I'm really good at these. So I just got to make it like really. Oh, okay. We'll do something ridiculous.
Perfect. Love that. Somebody goes. Just put Eddie. We got our giveaway winners over here too that are over here that I see them over in the chat. They're just waiting to win. Oh man, that's gonna be. I think that's the longest keyword I've ever seen. That's not even a keyword. That's a key sentence over here.
The fastest fingers win.
TJ, can you put that in a thing? Does that work? First off,
I could try.
Try it over there, and let's see before I drop that over in the comment section. That's gonna throw a lot of people.
It let me type it.
So I'm gonna. All right. So this is gonna be for the chat over here, guys. This is gonna be your toughest keyword yet, because this is not just any whitelist right now. You need to type ! And probably just want to type the copy paste button over here. We'll give you guys a second. This is it spaced, TJ?
It's the baby. I have it spaced how he wrote it.
The baby elephant is small. We wish it was a tiger in the leaves. I don't know. I feel like that was a chat GPT over there. They just threw a random thing over there. Some subjects.
I just want to see if it worked. Ken's worked.
So there you go, guys. Copy paste that right there. It's over in the chat. I'm sorry if you're on mobile right now. You guys may need to write that out.
We'll give you some time.
Yeah, that we'll do that.
All right, I picked the winner.
Yeah. Awesome. But yes, so yeah, and then we'll in the meantime here, the link for the Discord is over in the description of this video. And I can also grab it here and drop it in chat while everybody's over there. Make sure to definitely go jump over into Discord, say hi. And then yeah, I think this project is a lot different than what I originally was thinking in my head. Yes. When I watched you over on Aaron's 100%. Stream, right? I don't know, maybe it was just the way that I think everybody was just trying to break it down like mentally about what the project was. But right now it makes a lot more sense as far as like how much more like fleshed out it seems. And there are like separate like I said, NFTs, utility different definitely utility for you can either buy the NFT and get rewards that way. You can wait after the 6 months after the initial stake offering. You can buy into it with actual ADA and participate that way, or you can be part of the Whimsy platform, and then as properties and stuff get listed on there, you can actually participate and buy shard NFTs from each one of those properties. So there's different facets of the project. Question for you: the Whimsy, is that an app already? Is that being in development? What is that? I did have a question on that for the Whimsy app. Or
yeah, so Whimsy will be a full platform. So it'll be mobile as well as web.
Okay.
So it'll be if you've ever used a platform to like pay your rent on your phone.
Okay.
It'll be similar to that. You'll be linking your bank account to it using either Plaid or Stripe. I'm going to go down the Plaid route because I like their software better.
Okay.
You'll be able to handle your lease agreements and all that stuff from the real estate management side. Software, not an actual service.
Okay.
And then the platform itself will be attached to it, where landlords will have their own view of the platform, where they list their properties, they can get money out of it. It'll be a full ecosystem.
Okay. And just curious with that too, is that 6-month timeline built in with the staking? Is that part take into account the time that it's going to take to get these platforms and these properties all set up together? Was that part of the reason that you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's to give the community something to do with the NFTs, with the project, see the technology kind of before it's actually built into the full platform. Okay. Because all the logic is there, right? The 30 days, the epoch system, the reward system, the way that it pays out. It's a way to full transparency. I'm using all of you as guinea pigs to make sure everything works for the platform. But right. all the code is there.
Good stress test.
It's functional the way it is. Yeah, it's better to stress test when you have full control and you can just give out rewards when you mess up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we didn't calculate it right. Well, here's the rewards. I already have all your wallets. There you go. It's easy to fix. than when it's live on a platform that has too many parties at stake. So it's a little bit about testing, a little bit about giving everybody something to do with the NFTs and have some value there, but also giving us some time so we can get the platform out.
What if you sell a property? What do people do with the shards at that point?
Oh, that's the best part. So it depends on the stake pool itself, but the whole thing is built upon, and this is a component I do have to update on the white paper. It was a stake pool per property. Now, thanks to my developers, they said that's going to be way too expensive. You should do it this way. And then I looked at the financial part of it, and I was like, oh wait, that makes way more economical sense, is to have one stake pool per portfolio. So if they sell one property, you still have the stake pool running. It's still minting blocks. It's just not accumulating anymore from that one revenue source. But they sell the property, they don't no longer have it, and we won't put it on the platform. Okay. But they still have the portfolio to, maybe they take that money, buy 2 properties, and they put it on the portfolio, on the platform. Just a way to keep it growing,
Timmy asked a great question. Can NFT holders have squatting rights when properties are empty?
That's a topic that we have in the community all the time. It's a running joke, but also a very serious conversation where it's
that's a real thing.
If I have NFTs, like, can I just go to this property and sit there? I was like, no, you don't actually own any equity, so I can't. You can't have the right to just kind of like barge in and be like, "Where's my rent?"
Yeah, so I can't say that. Yeah.
But what you can do is later down the line, we do want to do more with those shards. We want to have more utility, and there's going to be other branches that we go into that'll give you that.
A quick last question from me, like just over here thinking about like the DGen part of me is like, if I invest in one of I have my Platypus NFTs that are out there, they're delegating, they're doing their thing, and then I purchase shards on a property that you guys have over on Whimsy. What if I wanted to put my property on Whimsy, like just using this as my rental property, and then I go out there and buy my shards to take profits off that? Like, how does that revolving door work? Is that an option as the property owner itself, who's on the actual platform, if they buy into the shards of the NFTs?
You'd be giving yourself a loan at the end of the day.
Okay, that's why my brain's not there yet. I'm trying to think about it. Like,
that's where the money comes from, right? Okay. It's crowdfunded peer-to-peer approach. Okay. So I'm one peer talking to multiple peers. Hey, there's this property. Here's an opportunity. We're facilitating it between you and them. We do all the paperwork. We handle all the logistics and the legal stuff. And then you guys buy into this membership for the stake pool, knowing that the rental income is being shared through that. Okay. Obviously with the luck factor and the risk from the blockchain. Right. But it's rental income. It'll fill up and it'll actually mint blocks over time. But the pieces, if you buy all your own NFTs, you're essentially paying for your own loan that you're asking for from the platform.
Right. Okay. That's great.
With a very heavy cost.
There you go. That's a real DGen play right there. All right, TJ, how many people we got entered in right now? Because
only 22, and there's 35 in here. Crawfish has a good question though as well. Could any of the properties be short-term rentals?
You're gonna have to wait and see what the future holds. Okay. People are dabbling into what maybe it might be on a roadmap in the future that I don't talk about that often.
Yeah, we have some really good questions over here in CV Hash Chat. Can you shard up an Airbnb?
Again, we're getting into territories that I want to, and I don't want to talk about. I released some information recently, and my lawyer caught wind of what I talked about, and she was very, very pissed at me. Yeah, she's like, "Shut up."
You gotta watch how you enunciate that, Tommy. I heard can you shart up an
dude? Every time Tommy said it, it did sound like shart.
You're probably gonna have some cleaning fees afterwards. You shart all over an Airbnb. You gotta be careful.
Real quick, NISO, if you want to put that phrase there, you can get entered into a chance to win a whitelist.
Yeah, so
NISO's paddle gang. You can't get it.
Oh, okay.
Nito's in here though. Yo, you gotta watch out for the shards, dude. It's close calls no matter what. But all right, let's go ahead and run this here.
How many we doing? What do we say?
We're gonna run 5.
Okay. Ready? First one. Block Panther P. Congrats.
Block Panther P.
You typing that in our chat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm putting it in with you, Eddie, and then we'll grab Discord names from you guys. So if you guys win real quick, If you're not in the F35 Discord, it's pinned at the top of the chat, but you can message either Lazy T or TOMMY. We just need your Discord ID, and make sure you guys jump over into the Platypus Cyberpunk Discord so we can share that with Eddie and get you guys set up for your roles. And then go drop a funny meme or joke or just say hi over from here. So number 2 looks like TJ was a habitual line stepper, which is one of the most amazing names ever. Just straight Charlie Murphy vibes right there.
And then CB Hash Chat, formerly known as P2C.
There you go.
Ryan, bro, congrats. Don't mess this one up now. Don't mess it up.
Oh, we got our podcast boys out here winning too.
And then Triple Threat. I think he's a Triple Threat 3 weeks in a row.
Triple Threat. I'm pretty sure Triple Threat won was on our comment for the EMD. On our most recent YouTube video.
I was gonna say they were
the first one in the comments.
Really fast too.
We do like giveaways every now and then on the podcast that drops every Friday. We're like, hey guys, we'll just randomly like throughout one of the weeks, like if you comment this down in the thing, we'll give you this. And I want to say it was like 30 minutes, and like it was already in there. It's like, all right, well that guy won. But no, congrats. So we got 5 of them over there: Block Panther P, Habitual Line Stepper, CB Hash Chat, NFG Ryan, and Triple Threat. Congrats, you guys have won the whitelist for Platypus Cyberpunks. Make sure you guys are over in the Discord. It looks like I got Habitual, CB Hash Chat, NFG Ryan, Triple Threat, and I want to say Block Panther P. But I will follow up with you guys. If you don't, just shoot us a quick message saying, hey, we won this, and we'll get you guys set up.
If you actually won, don't just say it if you didn't.
If you didn't. But no, absolutely, Eddie, this is that's a very refreshing
Very
stream over here.
too.
Yeah, very informative, I want to say. And then also just something different. You know, we see tons of these projects that have staking, that have different coins, games, metaverse, whatever it is, right? So this is the first time we've seen something where you're putting a real life income and revenue source and tying it to an NFT project. And then the fact that you guys have built the stuff yourself is definitely unique in that sense too.
And I like that there's 2 different kind of utilities to it as well. You kind of choose what you want to be a part of by being within the community. That's what I really like about it as well.
And you don't need the NFT to even participate technically either when that happens. So there's a lot of different routes you can actually go with this. But yeah, really cool, man. Is there anything else? If anybody wants to get a hold of you, chat with you, I know you do a bunch of different spaces. You're always out in the community. You're always doing stuff over in Discord. What's the best way to get involved with Platypus Cyberpunks?
So many ways. I'm in the Discord always. So if you want to talk to me directly, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I've been known to also get on calls with people, as well as every Friday, 8 o'clock, we do a no nipple lactation. This is because platypuses don't have nipples. They come from eggs, and they do lactate through sweat glands. So we're keeping it weird. We keep the conversations running hot, and we always got really good guests on there that we interview. We go into business opposing. We touch on NFTs, but we go into what do you know about business? What do you know about investing, and keeping everything in a nice professional sense. And then anything else that you guys want to see us on, we're on Twitter all the time. So just hit us up. Platypus CNFT.
That is a great little fact over there. And I would like to say that is definitely not financial advice. That's some fun advice over there. Nipple lactation. There's a background behind that. So like we say over here on the channel. Now I got a backstory to that because I remember scrolling one night and we were just like, what the hell does that mean? Why is that a thing? But that makes perfect sense now. A little weird, but we love it. I love weird. But Eddie, appreciate you jumping onto the stream tonight. It's been an honor, and look forward to catching you guys over in the Discord a little bit. I've been so disconnected these past couple weeks, getting married here in a few weeks, so it's been tough to keep up on top of everything. Thank you, but this is definitely one to keep an eye on. So I guess, guys, the puzzle is live, right? As we're speaking, or has it happened yet?
So Elon is ruining us right now. Twitter changed their rules for video upload. Nice. I am 40 seconds longer than I'm supposed to be for this video. So I'm going to do it via Discord, and I will link our Discord and say, hey, come through. And we'll just use it as a funnel. We'll use it as a funnel if you want to play the game.
There you go. So mint, date, and potential price are going to be revealed once you guys go check that puzzle out. What we're getting on here, but again, Eddie, look forward to the mint, and we'll definitely stop over in the Discord when we get a second. Also, to have you onto the stream.
Yeah, real quick, when did you say the mint was?
It's today, if you can figure out all the puzzles at the end, you'll be able to find that out today.
Try to catch him slipping.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool having you on.
Awesome. Eddie, we appreciate your time. It's been great to get to know you a little bit more, and we're looking forward to it. Definitely will be, it did be something on my radar for sure. So appreciate you. Awesome, man. Well, we'll talk with you later, and yeah, have a good night, man.
Have a good night, man. Hey, that's cool.
That was a lot of info.
Yeah, oh yeah. Tom's just over there just taking it all in. He's like, all right, where am I at right now? Am I getting in the paddle gang authorization card? What am I doing right now? Tom's over on Zillow doing some rental stuff over in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Oh no.
I opened Zillow for 5 seconds and close it because it's depressing.
Hey, like I said, we got a little bit more pain potentially, but it's looking like we wait it out a little bit longer. I don't think now's still your time. I think there's a little bit of pain still, but we'll see what happens. Maybe that's a good opportunity, like you said, for the rental market, potentially for this project. So anyway,
just posted it in the Discord, the video.
Ooh, there you go, guys. A little NFAFA. The video is live for the puzzle for Platypus Cyberpunks. If you guys want to go solve that puzzle, you can get the first 3 people get Paddle Gang authorization cards, which have a 1749 ADA floor right now. So there's a little incentive. Outside of that, too, you also get to find out the mint date and the mint price. So definitely go do that. Other than that, what is going on, chat? Shout out to everybody over here. I saw Timmy over there a little bit earlier. I saw CNFT BTC, aka CB Hash Chat. We got J-Hub in here, Rez, our mods. Shout out to Ken, our caricature. Curly Knox over here, my Polygon NFT brother, buying some Polygon NFTs with me yesterday. And then Moose Slayer, yes, I am going to Hawaii. We are going to Maui and then Kauai, I think it is. So yeah, we're gonna be renting a Jeep and stuff. We'll do the road to Hana and all that fun stuff. So
he won't be leaving the show though. He'll be here every night. Don't worry. In fact, he's gonna be stepping it up. He's gonna be doing a space every night too. Every day of the week. That's the honeymoon blitz.
Yep. Yeah. Do live streams right from what was it? 5-hour time difference too. So I guess for you guys, it'll be like 4 p.m. for me. Easy peasy. Yeah, shout out to Ryan over here in chat. He goes, good old Polygon. He was buying some Polygon NFTs. He goes, I don't even care. I saw Tommy Degen into one of these things. I'll grab one. Which was fun yesterday. And I guess
I'm watching the video.
Oh, I was trying to give us the alpha, dude.
I can't. I was trying to listen to you talk. And I was trying to listen to this and watch this, but letters came on the screen. I just missed the first 2, I think.
Okay, because the only puzzle I can't solve is my wife.
Preach.
Oh man. But yeah, no, yesterday was fun. Shout out to the guy. Shout out to Curly Knox. He jumped in as well. We bought some Polygon NFTs. I know this is a Cardano NFT thing, but it was fun to degen into another.
You've been cheating on Cardano lately, dude. Heavy.
I have been very much cheating on.
Change your profile picture back yet?
No, I'm still a kid called Beast.
Yeah,
AKCB.
And his background too is a kid called Beast. Who is this guy? I don't even know him.
Dude, all I'm telling you, man, is that I feel like I hit one. I hit a good project. I've been having some fun over there.
And he's gonna wait till it goes all the way down before he decides he might want to sell it, right?
Yeah, you never know. I got you have one up for sale right now. We'll see how it goes. But no, outside of that though, we've got Cardano stuff going on, and one of the I mean, mint wise for me, I've been really like just I don't know. Like I know we've been talking about Goombles. I know we've been talking about her monsters. I know a lot of people have been telling us to check out Stag Alliance. I know that, which I know we checked out, and I still need to catch up a little bit more. I know they were over on Atlantic Stream not too long ago over on the podcast. And then obviously Raccoon Syndicate. You guys, I know we won't maybe when I get back, we'll have a little chat with them. They got some stuff in the works as well, which everybody's been building, man. It's just, it feels like a weird time in CNFTs right now. Like there really isn't a lot of hyped up stuff as far as like new projects, but I also feel like the volume has been down just overall in general. So like market sentiment's been a little bit like rough. I don't know about you guys. Have you guys been buying anything? Have you been selling anything? It feels like it's really hard to sell stuff right now.
I liquidated a little bit this past weekend because it was at 41 cents at one point. So I did take some profits there on some stuff. But no, I kind of like the slower pace of like not as many mints coming out. I mean, we kind of can breathe a little bit and let the ones that have been here for a while kind of execute some of their plans here. So I'm excited to see what everyone has coming out and that has been around for a while, especially obviously Raccoon Syndicate. I want to see the gameplay and all that stuff, or what they're not the gameplay, but I want to see the gamification of when it comes out.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I think that's obviously the ones that have been building here for a while are
Yep.
always like the ones that are like really starting to execute on some of their plans. That's going to be fun when everything kind of comes to light. Wanted to bring this up though because if this is right, I know there was like an issue with Block Frost, and Flipper put out a spicy little tweet over to JPEG Store, or was it to Open CNFT the other day about like, we're the #1 project right now, but that's not in reality. Like your data is not being filtered. I remember like seeing that.
Oh yeah, for Flipper post, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, and so right now it says 582,000 on the 24-hour volume, which is very low. If that's still the case, like that is almost half of what it used to be like on a daily. So we're nothing's, and even Ape Society, which was always sitting close to like 9-10K, has dropped down into 73.33. So
do you think it has anything to do with the KYC stuff that was going on last week with Cardano?
The contingent staking, like I know Charles is very like still heated about that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know that it may be about that. I think a lot of people, if you are dialed into the Cardano community, like for me personally too, is like you're so sick of hearing about like all the negative stuff. Like that's why like I was talking to Curly Knox and NFG Ryan yesterday. We were kind of like, we were just in a space having fun minting out this project on Polygon, and we're like, was this just fun? Like we're talking to the founder, we're like minting some stuff, some people are getting some rare things. It was fun to just be in that environment again, and we like kind of just like take a step back, and you're like, this is one of the reasons we got into this stuff that we were doing, like just to have fun. So when you get so dialed into like all the shit that's going on, sometimes like you forget like why you got into a lot of this stuff. So I think a lot of people are like maybe a little sick and tired of that.
Well, I think even you, that's why like you was one of the things you liked about A Kid Called Beast. It was just something new, and it was hype. It was you got your adrenaline going. It was nerve wracking. It was a change to kind of mint on that blockchain. You haven't really, I mean, you did Angel Baby Hit Squad, but just doing it again after so long, it was just it's a little you're nervous about it, of course. You're not used to it. You're not comfortable with it.
It was not comfortable.
He got A Kid Called Beast too. I just saw.
Timmy, you ended up minting one.
There you go.
Dope, man. That's I've seen a lot of people over on the Cardano blockchain that have got that, and obviously shout out to the guys over from NFG, like specifically Daily Upgrade over there. He's been big about it. Obviously, Chronic Tao is a major whale over there. He spent 15 ETH on an astronaut the other day. Spent it, didn't sell it, spent that.
The conviction he has on projects just makes people bullish. I love it.
So you want some trading mentality, dude. You got to get some balls like Tal to trade that those kind of numbers up there, especially in the market we're in. But AKCB did really well, and I'm honestly just having a lot of fun in the project. It has nothing to do with the blockchain. It has everything just to do about the community and what these guys are building. So that's been a fun one for me personally. But outside of that, I know a lot of people inside the space. I know we talked about them a few times, and I know some people have been selling them over here. ADA inmates seem to be on people's minds still, and they some of the prices on some of these have been going crazy. I've seen like as far as the rare ones go, it does definitely have like that Ape Society kind of vibe when it comes to some of the mechanics on some of the different roles, depending on what kind of inmates they have. So somebody in chat, I think it was BTC, said that these things are going to pop off again. Maybe that's NFAFA. I don't know. I just can't I can't mentally bring myself to get into it just because I'm just not involved enough in the project to like see it through. But for the people who are, I'll be curious to see if there's real conviction there, or are you guys just chasing a nice little bag on those?
I think there is. I think some of the names that you were mentioning too, like kind of have a big conviction on them. I like you though. I don't know too much about them yet, as well as Stag Alliance. But if they have the potential to be something like the Ape Society, I think they could have a nice little run up for sure. I mean, I saw them. They're over 244 now. The Floridas. They were under 200. They were 170, 180. Like Thursday, Friday time. I remember looking at them. So they definitely had a nice little run up. So I could only see them going up from here, honestly, especially in this market, and they're still continuing to rise. So
it's been a little bit slower than like some of the ones we've seen recently, at least as far as Alley Cap and stuff like that. But it's at least good to just see projects coming out, and just like we were talking with Eddie, where they don't just fade off or become irrelevant immediately, where they're just below. There's so many projects now. It's kind of interesting sometimes looking back across some of the old mints you've done and just being like, I completely forgot about this. I bought it, watched it for 2 days to see where the floor went, and never went anywhere. So I was like, I'll stash it maybe someday. And it's been 5 months, and I completely forgot it was a thing until looking at it.
Yeah. Well, I think, man, I don't know, because these big projects right now, like they come out of nowhere sometimes, and so, and this is what we did to Ape Society a long time ago. I don't know enough about the team from Mated Inmates that I don't even know who they are, so I should probably get a little more tapped in from that. But be curious if the people in chat right now, if you guys do own these, are these something you're holding for the long term? Because I know they do have some like period up until like August before you can get like the cells mint and things like that. So. And eventually I guess they're gonna like stake to earn the smokes token, and there's all kinds of different stuff they're doing. But I'd be curious if people are holding these for the long term, or are you guys taking profits, or are you guys just kind of seeing what happens?
You know what? I've been trying to find the name of it. I wanted to actually text him. Do you remember a long time ago? So, Chad may not be as familiar with it. I'm sorry. When we were in high school, and the Flash had that computer class, and they used to play that like mobsters, gangsters, like browser game.
Mafia.
Was it just called Mafia?
It's
I don't remember
Mafia,
what it's called, but yeah, it wasn't like the Mafia game for like PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It was like an in-browser game where you kind of did like management and had different roles, and you built a team and a squad and sent them out on missions. And now that this team is doing that, but just seeing some of the roles they have, and kind of how they've like really like looked at Ape Society and seeing what they've done and been like, okay, we can focus this in a little more, expand it, and just kind of add on like even more roles, more like more different characters or whatever you want to call it within. I'm not sure how they actually refer to it for their actual platform, but and just build on that, make it even more interactive as far as the weight to each person and what you want to do within the final result game.
Dude, I don't know, man. Because all that I kept seeing the other day was when Shiny put these little traits together. It was like a soap. This guy's like a little shank, and this little like princess outfit over here. So I have no idea. I'm trying to remember. I kind of get the vibe that you were talking about from that game. That's kind of like coming back to me a little bit. Where that inspiration came from.
My friend Shane used to play that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they used to just play in that computer class in high school. But it's just more like, even just thinking back to that, like, and when we saw, what was it called? Solo Dolos? That's not what it is. YOLO
Solos.
Seeing like kind of their platform working within that, like within a browser, which also adds to the accessibility, especially if you can start getting like a good mobile platform for it. Where mobile's a little bit easier actually for like installations and stuff, but like on the computer, as far as just like, hey, I can just log in, it's very simple, the wallet connects, it's not a problem. Cardopoly, same way. Just adds that, so there's not like I have to install something, I'm like going like, because they're not going to be on Steam yet or something like that, so you have to have their own kind of separate platform to run on if it was some sort of game you had to install. Right now, this is kind of a good jumping off point and entry point for a lot of these.
Yeah. Well, I
don't know. Is that princess? I would like. It's like a maid outfit.
It was like it said sissy dress.
It is pink and
That's what it said.
So.
Yeah, it said sissy dress was the name of it. But
and that makes sense for like the prison, theme.
I don't think so, Hash. I don't think Alley Cats will be back to mint price. I know they're dropped a little bit, but I don't think they're going back to mint price.
I mean, 222 is a mint, right?
TJ just said it, so they're tanking. Watch out, guys.
See, everybody. Some people said I sold a little too early on my diamond. I think I sold just at the right time.
Same with my Pharaoh. I'm still very pleased with when I sold my Pharaoh one.
I'm not saying anything like this. It's just that these guys have done an incredible amount of volume in that short amount of time. But like all things, like the hype comes and it goes, and then now we're in the building and that building phase. And until some new things come out, new information, these things are gonna like establish their floor, and then eventually they'll leg up, or they'll continue to go back down. But obviously there's a passionate community behind these guys. And just to throw that out there, like you look at like a project like Dirtbirds, right, where they had a ton of like things they were working on in the background. You saw what happened to the floor for a long time before eventually they took off. So, and Tavern Squad is another one where Tavern Squad now is like firing on all cylinders. They've got so many new cool things going on.
Oh, you can do mallards now over there, which is dope.
Yep. Yeah, that's a huge thing right now.
It's big.
And then I know a bunch of people were popping it over in chat with the little Helmies thing. I did not mint one of those yet, and I think that it's related to. Remember, we were talking about that last week with Thor. I don't know if you guys saw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Partner with Handies.
Yeah, partner with Handies, and I think
that's why I remember. I like Helmies. I like that a lot.
Well,
Handies,
there was a good thing. Just a little backstory to that. Actually, I can do it on Thor's thing because I want to say that this is actually like Thor, not. Do I have to really type Cardano for to get this to work? he gave a little backstory in regards to like the Helmies thing over
Real
here.
quick, not to catch up. That video is dope that he made.
Which one?
The little music video he made for Cardano Man.
Hold on, I need, who made one?
Thor, you didn't watch the video he made?
With Cardano Man?
No, he made it for Cardano Man. He made a whole new video. I mean, watch it when you're done, but
I was about to say. Oh, I got you. All right. No, I was going to put this back over here because of what the inspiration was for this. So he said in 2019, my dad suffered a severe brain injury while skiing. For weeks, he didn't recognize me. 3 years later, his recovery has been miraculous. This Helmy is a tribute to those affected by brain injuries and a reminder of how fragile our most important organ is. So there's like backstory to this as well, on Thor's side. So, really cool there to hear that, and glad obviously for his dad. I just want to shout this out, Thor. Your dad, you're a spitting image of him, and I can imagine he's just a Viking, like 7 feet, like 8. He's just towering over people out there, like on the slopes. So glad to hear that he's doing better. But that was cool to hear that inspiration behind that right there.
I'm be honest, I didn't read that part of that. I didn't know that was that at all.
Well, that makes a little more sense with the helmet, like why Helmies are what they are. So shout out to
video,
Thor, man.
Play the video real quick.
Where is it? I gotta find it.
Go to the top, right there. You play it from the beginning.
Is it? Hold on. Is it? You want me to do the audio?
Yeah, do audio for sure.
All right. Let me screen share.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Is it like a good old what do you call it?
It's like a Bo Burnham style.
Welcome to NFTs.
Yeah, it's a fun song. You did a good job on it, I thought.
All right, let me go share system audio.
Browsing at night through Twitter feed, crypto bros making my brain bleed as I lost all hope in crypto Web3. There he was, singing to me. Cardano man, he's got my degen heart. Blockchain savior, protector man, the hero must love to. Cardano man, he has a plan. Blockchain savior, protector man, crypto hero must love too. And I love you.
How did you miss that? It was so good, dude. I loved it.
Cardano man. I thought you were talking like the actual. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 8 superhero. I like the actual Cardano man.
The beginning part is one of my favorite parts. The music.
Browsing at night.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's really good.
Dude, he's got the voice of a Viking. I love it.
Brent, I can't even look you in the eyes right now.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Which
You
makes
mess with him, man.
because he's very humble when you actually talk to him, like in person or behind scenes of stream and stuff. So it's cool to see him, do things like videos like that.
Yeah. I love he mentioned it a while back about doing like an actual like album, like kind of like NFT like parody album. That's good to see. That was very high quality video too.
No, it was great.
I love his camera. I was like visuals too. He's always got.
Surprised you didn't see that.
I told you I've been disconnected, dude. Honestly, that was 4 days ago. I didn't even know that was a thing. So obviously I'm not in the know right now.
Yeah, that's where it is. I just saw it yesterday.
Yeah, well, welcome to NFTs, TJ. Take a look around. Now he goes, help me sell. Hey, yo, Ken over there. We gotta brand this over here, guys. That is some Nafafa. Never any financial advice over here. But sounds like damn, I need to check that out. As far as anything else talking about, as far as new projects go, Goombles. I don't know. You guys saw that today. Energy Ryan filled me in, dropped the white paper today. It was very well done, very colorful.
Looks good.
They did a good job. I don't know if they had the pie chart going on this. Let me go ahead. I totally thought I was sharing my screen too. Wow.
Come on, Tommy.
Get
it together, bro.
Tommy?
Come on,
Tommy.
Let's see. This is not what I want to do over here. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Make this nice and big for everybody over here.
We're sorry.
Oh, what is I? Disclosure. We don't want to read disclosures. We want to see pretty graphics. So they gave a little sneak peek of the game right here. So I guess I didn't know what I was expecting, but it's got the 3D element to it. So if this is what the actual gameplay looks like, there you go. That's what we're looking like. It's kind of cool to see it. Like, I know we've been like talking about, we've been seeing these PFPs for a while with Goombles. So it's interesting enough to finally get a glimpse of the actual game. I'm pleasantly surprised with the way it looks too. So that's actually it was a good way to look at that.
Have you ever played Bloons Tower Defense, Tommy?
No, I've seen it. Like, I know what it is. I just never played it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Classic.
Yeah. And then they're like you get some Goombles candy over here. So that actually looks very well done.
I hope they're gummies. I'm a gummy fan.
Are you? What kind of gummies?
What are they? The trolley worms?
Trolley worms? Okay. I feel you. I'm not bad over there.
Yeah. Put them in the freezer, TJ. Those are really good.
Which ones?
Put them in the freezer.
I've never done that actually.
I heard TJ likes those, or Tommy likes those butterscotch.
I like butterscotch. I'm not gonna lie. Those golden ones.
Those little strawberry candies that are in shaped strawberries.
Those are good too. I like those.
I'm trying to name old person candies here, TJ. Shut
up. My nana had both those, so I used to eat those all the time, and I actually did like them.
I was like, CV Hashtag, he goes, I'm not minting Goon Boys. He goes, but to be fair, they didn't give me a Goon list. Fair enough there. Yeah, no, these guys, they're minting. They did mention that they're going to be minting in February, so we've got 8 days left. So I can imagine we're going to get a nice little update this week on when that mint date is. And 79 USD is the price, which we talked about over in the podcast this past week. But again, you're getting some gameplay, kind of little sneak previews over here on what the game's going to look like. And then there was interesting enough that they're going to be doing not only a single player, but they're going to be doing a multiplayer, like 1v1 with leaderboards. They're going to have a cooperative and competitive group play eventually down here. So I don't know, boys. I just can't wait till I can log in and we can just battle against each other. I'm a 1v1 you guys on stream.
You're getting wrecked.
1v1s for whitelist, dude.
You're getting wrecked.
That's what we're doing right now. But yeah, I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at this. 1v1 for NFTs.
I'm coming for your kid called Beast.
Yeah. But look at these little things. See, they got little mechs over here. They got in-game units. They got towers, obviously, and then the little sours, dude. That's a good little way to draw like a cavity, dude. It's a very detailed. They got skill trees, dude. Like this is very, very detailed, like white paper over there. So if you guys haven't got a chance to take a look at it, definitely go do that. But
the style looks pretty dope.
I love the visuals. They got me. They got my attention on the visual part of this. So if they can execute, like I said, if the game becomes fun, they've got the brand, they've got the look. Can they execute on the gameplay? That's going to be the next thing. But it seems like they've been like doing things right. And then shout out to the pie chart, dude. Matt commented on us that our pie game was weak. Over in the
I just wish there was an asterisk in there just saying what section of what pie it is.
Dude, cherry, we established this. We got cherry pie.
Did they say?
Yeah, but he said we had to step it up, so clearly we got it wrong.
We were debating it for like 5 minutes over here when we could have just been like,
yo, cherry. TJ came in with sweet potato pie.
Yeah, that was the curveball. That is not no sweet potato pie.
They look exactly the same. I'm gonna show you a picture of both. They look exactly.
I know what it looks like. I'm just saying we're talking like sweet potato pie is good, but we're talking real desserts here.
Yeah, dude, went over natural organic Googles, dude.
That's like carrot cake's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's that Frosty's carried it for a lot of the way.
Carrot cake.
I'm sorry, it's a dessert that has vegetables.
Timmy knew it right off the bat, dude. It was automatic pumpkin, easy.
When you're talking like Oreo cheesecake, compared to carrot cake, one has vegetables in it. TJ, come on, let's stop.
Carrot cake is good though.
You keep talking about
frosting.
You keep talking about desserts with vegetables.
Yeah, dude, you can't bring sweet potatoes.
I'm on my workout grind, baby. What can I say?
But yeah, I think we've established this. We got the little cherry pie, we got apple pie, we got the little strawberry. I still don't know what strawberry shortcake. I don't know, like type pie. I don't know.
Strawberry rhubarb.
And then I still like going with the chocolate pudding pie on this one, but I forget what else we established on this one right here.
Maybe the chat can help us with that.
Hey, I don't know, dude. Apparently we need to step our pie game up over here. But yeah, shout out to Goombles. I know that was one of the big things that happened today. There is another mint that I don't know if people are. They call it Adamant. You guys see this one too? I totally don't have
Adamant?
it. Yeah, it's a new. There it is.
Did not see this.
They've got the founders passes that are out. I guess it's essentially like a mint that you're going to be they're going to be giving like allocating like whitelist spots out and like whitelist spots and different like utility, like basically they're like reserving a bunch of shit for you, and if you own the NFTs, you're going to be able to get it and claim them via their thing. So this was something that I've seen some people getting a little hype for with these little coins over here. So if you have gold, you got like the founders, like bronze, all this stuff. So this is a mint that's happening. I don't know if you guys have got a chance to see that, if anybody's hyped on that.
I think it said sold out. So it just gives you whitelist of projects?
Essentially, yeah. They're but yeah, raffle spots or whitelists, whatever it is. But yeah, why don't we think of that?
Why didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't we do that, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, well, maybe because they just don't got the like energy and the hustle to actually like be like, yo, guys, we got to secure a bunch of these things for everybody right now. But yeah,
when we talk about this stuff, we talk about doing it, but like we would never half-ass it. We want to do it correctly and do that. I mean, we recognize the work some of these guys go into. It's a full-time job, on top of everything else. And, we wouldn't want to have it either the project lack its dedication or the stream and the show. As well. Like, you can only really have so much time for so much, unfortunately, unless we all just, I don't know, we considered meth.
Considered joining the guys down in Mexico over at Old Money. No. But yeah, this is
like doing meth or selling meth, or are you doing Walter White style?
No, neither. Taking meth to stay up all night, so we do like 3-day grind.
I guess there'd be other substances that you could take that may
like alcohol maybe a little better.
Yeah, this is definitely not. This is not fun advice over here. This is fudged up advice.
Fudged up advice.
NFAFA, CNFT, BTC, take it easy. We are definitely some sugar addicts over here tonight. Merengue, I like that over there. There you go. And then the coconut cream on the pies. Love the pies. How different is it from projects getting whitelist spots for other projects?
Good question. Like, are you guaranteed a whitelist when you hold this NFT?
This, I assume, is going to have either more community interaction, like they're going to either have some sort of say, possibly. See, vote on. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's another. But like some sort of vote within the project, I would imagine.
They've got custom calendars, Discord dashboards, whitelist raffles. So they're going to be giving. They got to make it. They got to dress it up, right? It's got to be more than just here. You get whitelist with these, right? You got to give like actual like tools behind it. Otherwise.
Well, it's different. They're going to be actively seeking out projects just for whitelists, whether they're hyped or hot, as opposed to other projects maybe partnered with friends of the space, things like that, where it's not necessarily like going to be going after mass amounts or limited exclusive drops, things like that. It'll just be like friend collaborations, things. That would make sense.
Well, so if you guys are looking interested and wanting to pick one of these up, I guess they're dropping tomorrow, 175 ADA. So I just know a lot of people right now.
They sold out. Oh no,
they got the public ones going on.
What was sold out then? I saw something that sold out.
The founder stuff, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. Something was sold out. I saw what you were saying.
So it was in their bio, their Twitter.
Founders passes. Founders sold out.
Okay.
There you go. So that's a thing over there. Anything else that you guys are all getting a little pumped for?
Do you want to peek at SAG Alliance? Because I mean, we don't. So we can look at it again, I guess.
I mean,
I haven't looked at it off stream yet, so I don't know.
We still haven't got a chance to reach out to the founder. Personally, we got like no time left. Like, guys, you realize we're supposed to be doing our Twitter space this Wednesday, Fat Alpha, over there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely forgot it was a Twitter space this week.
Yep. See, we're terrible about our thing over there, as well as game night. Maybe we could pull some suggestions for a game night on Thursday.
On Thursday or before Thursday?
We also got another thing coming up, don't we? We're going to be hanging out with some friends of the show. Not leaking too much, right? But
yeah, we will be on.
Also, the other
YouTube
one I had at least noted was coming soon. TM Block 19.
Oh, okay.
That yesterday. I mean, that's about as much information he's given, but yeah, Block 19 he's tweeted yesterday.
Nice.
Coming soon.
I think we need to, unless has Stag Alliance given a mint date yet? Because I know they've got a lot of lore. They've got a big community building behind them. I know when they were on Atlantic Stream,
following. I know that for sure.
They've got really cool lore. The visuals for this stuff is really built out. Yeah, I mint price 200 ADA over there, which yeah, we still haven't. I don't think we've got the actual official mint date.
No,
yet.
there's no mint date yet. I don't think.
Okay, so we'll come back to this over there, but I know the Stag Alliance community wants us to talk about this. Honestly, I think we just need to get the founder on or work on trying to work that out because right now I still have no idea. It looks really cool though.
It does.
It's growing on me a lot more than what I originally had when I was first looking at it, for sure. What were you just saying, Tom?
Aeonium Sky, Block 19.
Block 19 is on there?
Whoa, pumped brakes. Coming soon, TM. Yeah.
Get that like. We're getting closer and closer to the 24th one over there. Before I can't wait to see those full sets over there. I know J Hub has like the full set already, so that's gonna be wild to see. Yeah, I know people over in the big Discord. Shout out to I know Moose Layer's in here. He has no mint date for Stag and great lore. I know some of the guys over there are very excited about it, so we'll work on getting that set up. Little Oshi Info Shark. Honestly, I saw the name. I have no idea what it is, to be honest with you. Literally no idea.
How about
that's it.
The unreleased traits for Mallard Order? We'll talk about that in a second, but some of those are sick.
Yeah, I did see this actually. I have no idea. As our mint date is coming up ahead, we like to have a celebration.
I like that picture.
I do too. So Little Oshi, 100 ADA, dropping on 2/22, which is Wednesday. 1800 UTC is what, 6 o'clock? So 6 o'clock minus 5, so 1 p.m. Eastern.
Quick math.
Okay, so 100 ADA. No idea what this project is. Heard of it, but I like the little public figures right here. It's very dope.
What is it? Can you click on your website or something?
NFT project that aims to promote positivity and creativity through art, a movement that pushes each other beyond their capabilities. Both are important to us. That's why the collection consists of various pop culture references. We stand and support this magnificent inspiration that bridges people around the world. All right. Well, I had no idea if it's just being completely transparent on my side. Like if it's just artwork alone and there's going to be like a community built behind that. Personally, like just for me in this time frame, like I wouldn't put my money behind that right now. Just me.
I mean, come on, you did BBs.
I did, but I'm saying my mindset is completely different right now.
You're not in the BB mindset, huh?
No, it's just not like I'm trying to like make like money, I think, versus collecting at this point. So in my mind, if I'm probably flipping. I'm a DJ and flipper sometimes. And in my mind right now, I don't know.
Okay, all right,
that's an opportunity. So, yeah. But maybe for others who are, like I said, I'm just literally reading that off their Discord or their description. Nothing against little Oshi or Ashi. How do you say that? Oshi or Ashi?
Oshi.
Yeah, no idea, but yeah. Shout out to everybody that is minting those. Anything else you guys are getting a little interested in?
The ordinals with Mallard.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted to do. Dude, these look absolutely amazing, by the way.
So good.
Let's go.
The ape duck is my favorite, bro.
I want to go into the previews of these things. Who tweeted a thing? Oh, yeah, there. God, it's not going to work well.
You might be seeing it a little bit.
They're hard to see. They got the Majora's Mask in here, but dude, this one right here, this little ape.
That's my favorite.
Like duck suit. And then, Tom, look, they got Negaduck over here. They did the villain that looks obviously to Darkwing over there.
Damn,
so
these in.
Yo, I love the little half eye piece right here. Like, dude, there's so many.
Isn't that isn't that Phantom of the Opera?
Yes, dude.
I there's Man in the Iron Mask. That's
the knife that got stuck in there. You've got like
it's
a little ominous right here, that little triangle. But I can see why they cut that one.
The beret one with the X eyes, the bow tie.
Where we're at? Which row?
The one with the X eyes, the beret, and the bow tie.
I can't see.
You mean the Donald Duck one?
Yeah, Donald Duck one.
Right.
There's a couple of them, yeah.
The one with the X eyes, though.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Right, that one.
I feel
It's
you.
Donald Duck, right? The little,
Yeah, 100%.
It's
Definitely doesn't have
not
pants
that. I
on.
don't know why I didn't say
Oh, I
that.
like the little they got the Demosthenes skulls right here. Look at, they got some different backgrounds.
New striped shirt action there.
You see that? Yeah, I like this. So there's some different traits. They got the little orb right there. Little fire, little shoulder pads right there.
The bishop went with the halo.
Those wings? I think those are wings.
Oh, maybe fire. I guess fire wings. Yeah, you could go that route. Interesting though, right? So even though is that a new skin type right here?
Dang, Tom, look at the one with the striped shirt, this and the joint.
Oh, I saw. Oh yeah.
Oh, Tom's trying to get that. So there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity to get these though. So these are like the lost mallards, the 100 of them, right? The ordinals.
Yes,
I can't believe the Negaduck
raffles.
Is
right. That is, dude. Whoever
and
gets
the
these,
and
the RoboCop,
Robo Zombie. That's a zombie, and the Majora's Mask one too, and
sick.
it's a
Why
sash.
did they make it?
Well, hey, there is if you hold relics, right? There's going to be an opportunity to transcend.
Not
yourself.
just relics though.
Go on.
You can have a sash or invitation holders. There's some allocated for people who have the 5 schools of thought, and there is even a portion allocated for those that just have the mallard roll that you can pay for in Ruin to bet a raffle ticket.
Oh no, I was talking about the transcending thing, but I got you. Okay.
All right, you hear me?
Yeah, I feel what you're picking up. But no, there is a Medium article which they dropped. If you guys are part of the Mallet Order, or if you haven't seen this yet, you can go ahead and ordinals, dude. Ordinals. First off, what the hell are ordinals? If you've been living under a rock as far as the crypto space goes, Bitcoin has NFTs, which was never thought to be possible because of the way that the layer 1, I guess, of Bitcoin, people were never able. You aren't able to build like direct like dApps, I guess, of it, and like trying to fractionalize a Bitcoin, like it wasn't able to be done. But the way they, I guess, they've done it now is they just split them up. I guess one Bitcoin can be divided into like 100 million Satoshis.
Damn.
And so by doing that, though, people can break those Satoshis up and they can inscribe, as they call it, data over there. So they can put images and videos and different media over there. So that's what the big like talk is. You've got the Ordinals wallet, which is online right now. And a lot of people, in order to really get this and inscribe these things, some people were having to run like whole Bitcoin nodes, which are like 500 gigs to like 1 terabyte of like data or memory on your computer. And then people were doing that, running these command prompts and like trying to make these wallets, super complicated stuff. But the Mallet Order went ahead and did that. They put a whole bunch of lore behind this. And in short, there's 100 of these things that you'll be able to do. They're going to kind of guide you through it on how to actually be able to do these. There's going to be 222 of them, I guess. Sorry, not 100, 222. And they're going to be raffled off between invitation holders, sash holders, schools of thought, and then relics. You can relic sets, and then eventually, I guess, raffled between the Mallard Roll with Rune.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 25 Rune gets you 25 Rune gets you 1 entry into this. And you're able to win 1 ordinal per roll you're eligible for. So this goes live on Wednesday at 5:55 p.m. UTC, which of course, and runs all the way to Sunday. So no utility right now, but you will be submitted in the history books, and it'll be a nice little fun way to go ahead and do this. So
I don't care about the utility. I just want one on the Bitcoin blockchain or the ordinals. I want one through that.
Yeah,
and obviously I like the artwork. There's a lot of them that I do like that I wish that were a part of the Cardano side, but hey, I have a chance to get him on the ordinal side there.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing too is if you there will also be some small care packages raffled off between those who submitted Rune with their raffle. So these care packages will range from tokens to NFTs and physical products. So you may even win something even if you don't get in and selected into the raffle. So always a good way to go ahead and do that. But interesting enough, dude, these look really crazy, and it's really cool to see some of these traits of what could have been for Mallet Order. And it's a weird time, right? Like everything before prices are all kind of like, you know, everybody's down right now, but it's really cool. Like I feel like these are like the times where like people can really like start to accumulate on certain like good projects. And
we also have seen an increase in the price in just Cardano too, which we always usually kind of see a floor price dip,
right?
Because, you know, they kind of say relative to the US dollar like amount that it stays pretty close.
Yeah, these are better versions of these things. Dude, yeah, these look so good too. But yes, Tom, you're right over there. For like I said, we're up to like the 40 cents mark, which is a little bit higher in price. So maybe like again, the floor price relative to that makes Maybe makes a little more sense why the price would go that way.
I know you and I were talking last night, Tommy. Do you think it's going to go lower again, or do you think we're going to on a slow trend upward?
The overall price of Cardano or crypto or what?
Crypto in general. I mean, Cardano will be included in that.
Yeah. I still think, like I said, a lot of people are saying we're getting ready to hit that crash. I don't know. I don't know when that time is. A lot of people are expecting that, but in the meantime, right now, you just be safe with whatever it is that you're playing around with money wise. Because if it does drop, you need to be able to sustain that, or be able to be okay with that if that does happen. Also, while we're just sitting here looking at this, I didn't even not notice that the body type here has all these eyes on the Majora's Mask one. That reminds me of like the Bored Ape. The apes that kind of throw back to that trait a little bit. That was a wild looking one. And then there, like the skeleton, like the green over here, you can kind of see the skeleton in the middle. This duck right here. So actually, really really cool traits over here from the Mallet Order. I
wonder why some of those were not put in. Especially
I can understand the Majora's Mask. You just don't want to get into like a copyright issue, but I guess you maybe could argue like Darkwing Duck, or maybe it can fit into like the theme of it. I think Demosthenes said when he was talking about it. I like this little skin over here, like the lightning skin. I think the triangle I could get why they didn't put that because it could be like a little I don't know, like just received wrong in the wrong light.
I like that the feather zone, that one with the triangle coming again. Real quick.
TJ, you don't mess me up, dude.
Whatever. It was like a green, like a gray green. I don't know what color that would be.
Which one?
The naked duck right there with the triangle.
Yeah.
I like that color.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, no, dude. Shout out to Mallet Order. I'm definitely curious if you guys are looking to do this. You can enter in on Wednesday to get into this.
Don't enter.
Don't do that, yo. Shout out to my AKCB member over here, Loopy, hanging there with the Mario one over here. Floor almost 2 ETH right now on these.
Tommy does a really good Mario impression. You want to hear it?
What did we do last week? We did the Yahoo or the Here We Go?
Both.
Okay. TJ totally was like, no, he doesn't say that. And then Tom just hit him with the, yes, he does.
It wasn't Here We Go. So you were saying something else.
Yeah.
I know he says, yes. I didn't think he said Yahoo.
He did, yeah, it's true. He does say Yahoo. Yo, shout out you, Loopy. Curious, do you own Cardano NFTs or are you here for AKCB? Just curious on that because that is good info to know over there. But thank you for showing up too. Shout out to our. You want to take a quick little look at this real quick? I know we don't do this little live research over here.
Let's do it. Let's dabble.
What is OpenSea? Foreign price, yeah, it's shooting over at 1.99 ETH floor right now. 2 ETH floor, which with wild stuff, dude. Just to put it in perspective, almost $3,400, which is pretty insane to think about.
That is crazy.
And you do that math over there, it's 8,500 ADA floor right now. If you were to put it in the Cardano side, oh boom, he's got the ADA Knots fam over there. Shout out to Loopy. Let's go. ADA Knots over here. Let's ride. I know they've been doing some cross-chain stuff as well. Starting Cardano. Good. Shout out to the Knots. Been ages since I minted anything over an ETH. Dude, this was like the first thing. I didn't even mint this. I actually bought on secondary, but I did end up minting a few different things because of AKCB. So it's a scary thing doing it on other chains. So definitely
well, I think even like for us, like the deterrent was the gas fees, but now they're not even that bad.
Well, there was a mint or something that was popping off for a little bit when the Blur token went live. Dude, there was gas prices that were up there like $40-50 for some people, but not nearly as bad as what they used to be. But just to put in perspective, like I know this project obviously is kind of an anomaly. Like they're not all projects do this. I think it's one that stands out in its own. But if you look at the actual volume right now on this, multiply this. I don't know what ETH is. Just call it like something like this. They've done almost 20 million in secondary volume already. Just it was just actually insane to think about.
Where does ADA?
Yeah, and ADA, where 20 million would put them right now on the overall rankings of Cardano NFT projects. Again, this is volume in
ADA.
Yeah.
So they convert the 20 million into ADA is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Where the hell is volume? 103,000. That is not right. So they still got some issues going on with this, huh?
What? That's weird.
All right. Well, anyway, I think what's the top one up there was obviously was Space Buds, and then I think like they were like, oh, shit, man, what is Space Buds? Let's figure that out. Space Buds. I think they have overall volume of like 42 million right now. So 42 million times what? 40 cents?
Yeah.
16. So they've already done more than all of Cardano NFT's top project in less than a month.
Damn.
It just shows like the amount of like actual like volume on other stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, it's going to take time, I think, really for people to really get interested in this chain. Like we were talking about minting over on Polygon, like some of their NFTs. This guy's like, yeah, we got low fees. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Cardano, Ben had low fees. And like, oh yeah, what's Cardano doing over there? Like people are so like oblivious to what is going on over here on our chain. And it's like, what is it going to take for people to really want to get involved in learning about what we have going on over here?
Well, I was saying even like outside of Ethereum, like most people in the other blockchains that are minting stuff or have NFTs, they're in their own little bubble or world. So when people mention stuff like that, like, oh, I have NFTs on this blockchain, you're like, oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You won all the whitelist giveaway there, Toe Dipper.
Yeah. Sorry, Toe Dipper. You missed out a little Nafafa earlier on some whitelist spots. But no, I don't know. I don't know what that answer is right now. I think a lot of people have been like, build fun projects. I think a lot of it is going to be like the tech, the dApps, like the reason to come over here. Like there's plenty, like when I think about some of the projects over on Cardano's side, I'm like looking at the projects that pump over on the Ethereum or Solana or some of these other things. And it's just like, dude, there's so much better options over here on Cardano. And I think that's why we enjoy what we do here. But it's like, what's it going to take for these people to like want to come over here and actually experience the good project? And it's just a lot of ease of use. You have to attract like the marketplaces, like the bots that these people have, these sweeping tools, the marketplaces, like all the tech that they have layered on top of this.
Well, they have like buy orders and stuff too over there and sell orders, right?
You can do it per trait, you can do it like per sweeping tool. There's a lot of different things, but it's just like big money like comes in and is able to do that. And the scary thing about like over on the east side of things too is that like people just like randomly will send you NFTs, and if you interact with some of that stuff sometimes in your wallet, like your wallet can get drained. Like there's so many scams that are out there, which I know Cardano will get some more of that stuff as the more volume comes into it. The hackers and people are going to come this way too, which we talked about. But it's just ease of use. And then like the branding too, like people like big brands, like when you hear like Frank from D Gods or Utes, like people follow him. Like what I've seen with Raspy over from a kid called Beasts, like when he jumps into a space, like 80 people show up from the community when he jumps into something. So it's like about that brand. I sometimes, I feel that a little bit with like Demosthenes and the Mallet Order. You get these guys that get into these spaces and they bring a good audience. Like Congo from the Ape Society, when he jumps in, a lot of people will jump in over there as well. But it's just about like good founders, projects that are here, like building something that is going to provide like long-term like value or community in this sense. And we have a lot of good projects. I'm curious when that time will come, and it's our job, like you said, to be able to onboard and get people interested in this stuff. So that's why I think it's important. Like why I've been jumping over on the cross chain stuff. It's kind of to see the other side of the fence and see is it better over there? Is it worse? And I see a lot of good things on our side that I do like. And then it's fun hearing the opposite perspective of like people who used to like shit on, like we always get shit on, right? The Cardano community. And now I get to hear a little bit of why, and then like have a little bit of an argument back to them. And then also pull people in. It's like, hey, I'm over on Cardano. Maybe go check us out. And maybe if we can grab a few people and they start talking, like that's the game you need to play. Like we need to stop being in our little bubble and actually start to venture out.
Did you tell them that you got a piece of pizza for holding NFT on this side?
I didn't even get the piece of pizza. I never bought the piece of pizza. Pizza. Little Caesars.
That's all. Yeah, it's Little Caesars. Yeah.
Education is tough, dude. I feel you on that. ETH Maxis are just salty that Hoskinson left to start Cardano. Maybe I don't think a lot of the people even know who the hell that story right there, habitual line stuff. That's the crazy part. Is like a lot of young people are just over there. They're looking to make money. They're looking to build a brand. They're trying to catch some vibes.
Trying to get some ETH.
Trying to catch some vibes, dude. Tap into some spaces, and that's just all they care about. They don't give two shits about the tech. They just want to care. They just care that it works. So.
And I think for most investors too, I think even initially when they get into either Cardano or ETH or whatever blockchain it is, when you're getting into NFTs or crypto, you're not thinking about the tech or how the depth of that. You're thinking about how can I make money on here? My friend has made such and such amount. I want to make that much. So initially, people aren't even thinking about the tech on any blockchain.
I think most people, when they years ago, their first thought was get crypto. All right, I'm going to find a way to make money, right?
Exactly.
Most people, I mean, there's a very small percentage of people are like, I love this technology for what it is and what it's going to represent. I think that was a very small minority of people who were in it for those reasons. I think a lot of people that discover that as they start to interact with the blockchain and they get used to it, then they start to adopt that kind of mindset and see kind of the overall like goal. But yeah, 100%. A lot of people, us included, dude, I'm trying to make some money in this space.
Absolutely.
And here we are on a damn podcast with platypuses and NFAFA and you guys over here in a chat on a Monday night. They're 2 hours, but it's fun, man. And shout out to you guys for hanging out with us. I know times are tough right now, and things aren't always the most fun to talk about in some of the news, but just we're still here. We're grinding. We're having fun, and like I said, it's good sometimes to branch out or get away for a little bit when things just seem like they suck for a while. Can you even send multiple assets in one transaction on ETH like you can on Cardano? If you can, I don't know how to do it, man. And honestly, I get sketched every time I try to. I get pissed because I'm like, I want to send a few things out from my wallet and I have to do individual transactions, and it costs me like $4 per transaction. And it's just a pain in the ass. So yes, the UTXO model for Cardano, dude, is genius with some of the stuff that they're doing. And I think once people get a chance to experience that or have a reason to do that, that's when people will start to kind of come over. But I think guys, we're getting close to this 11 o'clock time frame. TJ's gonna piss his pants over here, so I think we can go ahead and call this out. I think we got all the winners' names over here in chat tonight. Everybody who won, so congrats to you guys. If not, we'll reach out. Shout out to Eddie from Platypus Cyberpunks for showing up. Great to hear from him. We'll learn a little bit more about the projects. I'm gonna keep talking so TJ can piss his pants right now, and appreciate everybody for hanging out.
Got a cup down here.
Okay, he's looking at you while he's doing it. But yeah, shout out to everybody for the chat hanging out with us tonight. We will catch you guys on our Twitter space on Wednesday.
For sure.
Nafafa.